Hello friends, in this video we are going to see estimation of plasma glucose by glucose oxidase peroxidase method. Following points will be covered: introduction, sample collection of blood, methods of plasma glucose estimation, principle of glucose oxidase peroxidase method, live demonstration of this procedure, calculation, then normal value of plasma glucose, then interpretation of our calculated value, causes on the basis of calculated value, and last, dry chemistry. Estimation of glucose is the most common analysis done in clinical laboratories. For this glucose estimation, sample collection is of a two type. One is venous blood and second one is capillary blood collection. Capillary blood collection is for dry chemistry that we will see later. It is used for self-monitoring of blood glucose. Venous blood is collected in grey colored top vacutainer that is called fluoride vacuity. It contains potassium oxalate as anticoagulant and sodium fluoride. Then plasma is separated for glucose estimation. Fluoride inhibits the glycolytic enzyme enolase, so the glycolysis is inhibited in RBC. If fluoride is not added, RBCs will utilize glucose and the false low value may be obtained. Now we'll see the different methods of plasma glucose estimation. These are of a two type: chemical methods and enzymatic methods. Chemical method includes Folin-Wu method and orthotoluidine method. And enzymatic methods includes glucose oxidase peroxidase method, that is also called GOD-POD method, and hexokinase method. We will discuss about glucose oxidase peroxidase method. First we will see principle of this method. Glucose will be converted into gluconic acid and H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide, by the enzyme glucose oxidase, that is also called GOD. Then this H2O2 will be converted into H2O and nascent oxygen by peroxide, that is also called POD. This nascent oxygen will convert chromogen that is colorless into colored product. The intensity of the color of this colored product is directly proportional to the concentration of glucose. So this is the procedure that we will demonstrate live. We require 3 test tubes marked as blank, standard and test, then 10 microliter pipette, blank distilled water solution, 100 mg per deciliter of standard solution, and test solution, that is unknown concentration. All solutions are artificial as we are doing in undergraduate laboratory. Then we need glucose oxidase peroxidase reagent and finally colorimeter for measurement of optical density. Now take 10 microliter of blank distilled water in blank test tube. Then take 10 microliter of standard, which is of 100 mg per deciliter, in standard test tube. And finally take 10 microliter of unknown test solution into test tube marked as test. Then add 1 ml of glucose oxidase peroxidase reagent in all 3 test tubes. After incubation of 30 minutes at room temperature, the color is developed in standard and test solution. As you can see that color of the test is looking intense than the standard. So we can assume that our result will be more than 100 mg per deciliter as we have taken standard as 100 mg per deciliter. Now start the colorimeter and with distilled water set absorbance at 505 at 0. Now we will take OD of all 3. First we'll take OD of blank, that is 0.00. Then standard OD is 0.34 and then test the OD is 0.56. Now we will see the calculation. Formula for the estimation is concentration of glucose is equals to OD of test minus OD of blank upon OD of standard minus OD of blank into standard concentration. OD of test is 0.56, OD of blank is 0, OD of standard is 0.34 and blank is 0. Then standard concentration is 100 mg per deciliter. So 56 divided by 34 into 100 mg per deciliter. So our result of plasma glucose is around 165 mg per deciliter. Normal plasma glucose level is fasting is 70 to 110 mg per deciliter and PP2BS is less than 140 mg per deciliter. So interpretation will be our calculated value is 165 mg per deciliter, so it is hyperglycemia. Now we will see the causes of hyperglycemia and also hypoglycemia in case you get the calculated result like this. First we will see causes of hyperglycemia. First is diabetes mellitus, that is most common cause of hyperglycemia. Next is overactivity of thyroid, pituitary or adrenal glands. Next is disease of pancreas like pancreatitis in case of beta cell damaged or destroyed. Then raised intracranial tension in case of encephalitis, meningitis, etc. Then drugs like steroid used as prolonged therapy. And last is emotional stress. Now we'll see causes of hypoglycemia. When plasma glucose level is less than 60 mg per deciliter, hypoglycemic symptoms can be seen. The most common cause is insulin overdose in diabetic patients. Next is insulin secreting tumor like insulinoma. Then hypoactivity of thyroid, pituitary and adrenal glands. Then in case of starvation and strenuous exercise, hypoglycemia may occur. At last, we will see dry chemistry. As a modification, the above GOD-POD reaction mixture is immobilized on plastic film called strip. Then 1 drop of capillary blood is placed on the strip. The color is developed within a minute, and the intensity of color is measured by reflectance photometry. And the instrument is glucometer. This is the glucometer set having lancet gun to prick the finger and get the capillary blood, then strip and glucometer machine. Advantages of this glucometer are: it is useful for self-monitoring of blood glucose for diabetic patients at home. It is easy, quick, convenient method, but only disadvantage is the instrument is less accurate, but it can give rough idea about hypo or hyperglycemia. So that is all about this topic. If you find this video informative, then please like and share this video and also subscribe my channel. Thank you.